Alright, we're back for another video. UFC 287, Alex Pereira gets knocked out brutally cold by Adesanya, and Alex Pereira finally releases a statement. We're going to be talking about that and why I think that we need a trilogy fight after all. After a few days, I've made my decision, and yes, we need to see a trilogy, and I'm going to say why at the end of the video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today's question of the day is simple. Who would win in a potential fifth fight, Alex Pereira or Israel Adesanya? Let me know in the comment section below and why. Some of the best answers I will be replying to, so tune in there. And we're going to get into this, but first we're going to hear from our sponsor. Alright, you know it's a good day when we have a sponsor. The sponsor of today's video is actually a sponsor I'm super excited to work with is Red. Red is a streetwear brand from the UK that has designs inspired by mixed martial arts. They have designs inspired by fighters like Darren Till, Paddy Pimblett, and so much more. The people over there were nice enough to send me a hoodie of my own. As you guys could see, you know, it says kill everybody. Like, seriously, I had no idea what these hoodies were gonna look like, but I was insanely surprised. These hoodies look dope as hell. Look, if you guys want to go check out their designs, which I really suggest you guys do, go hit the link in the description and use code JACK10 to get 10% off of your order. That means you're gonna help me as well as help yourself, because you're gonna get some dope ass merch while also getting a massive discount. But let's just get back into the video. Alright, Israel Adesanya, Alex Pereira, the rivalry so far. If you guys have been living under a rock, as you guys know, Alex Pereira, Israel Adesanya fought twice in kickboxing, Pereira beating him in both, and then they fought in MMA all the way back in November. In a very close fight, Pereira knocked out Israel Adesanya. Now in the rematch that would just happen this weekend, the fight was once again very close, with Israel having a very good first round and Alex Pereira having a really good second round. But at the end of the second round, when it looks like Adesanya is getting hurt, he just knocks out Alex Pereira. Now this is a brutal knockout, and definitely one for the highlight of Israel Adesanya. And there's a lot of questions, and I'm so glad about this response, because Alex Pereira shows how to handle a loss very well. I mean, we see a lot of fighters not handle losses well. We see Chris Curtis right now complaining, saying that he's going to be filing appeal. Fighters in the UFC that we know, hey, do not take losses very well. I think we all have our fair share. But if you guys missed it, Pereira on his YouTube channel about a day after the fight, being interviewed by some girl, I'm not really sure who it is, and it's translated on YouTube, and I'm going to be breaking down some of the things that I liked about the video. Alright, first things first, Alex Pereira opens up the video by saying, hey, he has no excuses, he had a great training camp, clarifies that yes, in November he had an injured finger going into the Adesanya fight, but this time he was totally fine. He has zero excuses and says, hey, Adesanya just got the better of him that night. But then he goes on to talk about a potential trilogy, saying that yes, Adesanya proved to be the better fighter that night, but if you look at the grand scheme of things, if you look at who is better skill for skill, Alex still believes he is the better fighter, which would kind of be backed up by their record, seeing that Alex Pereira has 3 wins over Adesanya, while Adesanya just had 1. Alex Pereira also mentioned some things about Israel Adesanya teasing his son. As you guys know, all the way back then when they fought in kickboxing, Alex Pereira's son mocked Adesanya for getting knocked out, and Adesanya got a little revenge this weekend. He pointed at his son while his son was crying and just pretended to get knocked out, which I don't really know where I stand on this. Like, yes, it was pretty funny, but at the same time, this guy is like 12 years old, kind of petty from Adesanya if you ask me. But regardless, he says, hey, he wouldn't have done it himself. He doesn't really go into it that much or scold Adesanya, but he's just like whatever. And finally he says that, hey, look, they are not rivals, he's down to train with Adesanya. Adesanya kind of alluded to this after the fight as well. Hopefully we could see them kind of team up, because they're some of the best kickboxers in the world. Like, these are top tier talent right here. And I like how he's handling this loss, because yes, he could have just said, hey, I'm still 3-1, I deserve this, and make unnecessary demands, but the guy is just humble, says, hey, he caught me, he was the better fighter that night, and you gotta respect Alex Pereira for it. Now the main reason why I'm making this video, does Alex Pereira deserve a trilogy? And my answer, as I said in the beginning of this video, is yes, absolutely. I think he absolutely deserves a trilogy fight more than anybody else, simply because we don't know who's the better fighter. Yes, we just saw Alex Pereira get brutally knocked out 185 pounds, but there's a lot of question marks. Was it because of the weight cut? What if they fought at 205? Would Izzy still win? Pereira still has 3 wins over him, and let's be honest, that second round was looking like a finish for Alex Pereira. If he didn't go in so reckless, he wouldn't have gotten knocked out. It was a mistake that Pereira made that he can change going into the rematch, and if he changed that, we don't know, maybe he could have knocked out Adesanya. But I really would like the idea of Pereira winning the 205 belt, Adesanya still being the 185 champion, Adesanya moving up so we can get the best versions of both fighters, and we can see who is the better fighter once and for all. I am of the opinion that the weight cut maybe had a little bit to do with Alex Pereira getting knocked out, but he also was very old. I don't think the rivalry is done, and I think if you're saying that, I think you're lying to yourself. If these two fight again, there's no guarantee any of these guys are going to win, and also there's nothing else that makes sense. sense. You can't just give Khamzat a shot. Robert Whittaker's lost to him twice. Marvin Vettori's lost to him twice. Paulo Costa got dominated by him. It seems like they're making Khamzat and Paulo Costa, which I made a video about if you guys want to check that out. I think if we want him back as soon as possible, and by as soon as possible I mean this fall, they're going to want to make the Alex Pereira fight, unless they make the Khamzat and Paulo Costa fight a lot sooner than Abu Dhabi. I don't know, guys, but let me know in the comment section below, where do you want Adesanya to go next? Who should he fight if not Alex Pereira? I'm in favor of this. They had very entertaining fights so far, and two, that first fight was kind of a robbery. Adesanya should have won that fight. So there's an argument to be said that these guys are 2-2, and this could be the 5th and final tiebreaker. But anyway, guys, I think I've talked enough on the subject. I'm going to be releasing my picks for Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen very soon, so tune in for that. Thank you guys for watching. It's been fun doing these videos. Comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.